really good buy at $359,000.
I think that, you know, in West Maui in general, and I think that we should pay a little more attention to the condominium market. You know, a lot of these places have great rental programs. They're perfect for second homes also. But the Maui Kai, like Casey's saying, you truly feel like you're in a boat when you're on the lanai. Some of the lanais were allowed to be enclosed a long time ago, so it's got a screened enclosure, or they also, some of them had windows, but a great little sleeping area if you have family visiting. Rentability is perfect. They've got a great rental program, way worth taking a look at if you're looking for a second home. Probably not going to be your first home, although I got to admit there was a time that we lived in a studio apartment and thought it was fabulous because it happened to be right on the ocean. So
I
you
think
can do it.
Even to this day, there are a couple of units, studios that are owner-occupied year-round up there in the Maui Kai. It's a hidden gem, right on the water, great property. And before we get off the hot picks, I wanted to remind you all of a property that I'm going to be relisting here in just a couple of weeks. It's a nearly 1/2 acre lot in Napili, right off the lower Honohapini Road, across from the Napili shores. It's in a great zoning area, H1 zone, which means it's hotel district. You can build a legal transient vacation rental dwelling on there, either a residential, either a vacation rental condo or even a bed and breakfast. It's a great level, flat property that's just a few steps to the world famous Napili Bay Beach. He had it listed originally for $4 million. He has been reducing the price, and he's a motivated seller. The last time I had it listed was about 2 weeks ago. It was listed at $1,250,000. We will be putting that back on the market in about 10 days. Not quite sure what the price is going to be, but it'll probably be in that $1 million range.
What is that zone, or did you say?
Yeah, it's zone H1 hotel district, so you can legally build a vacation rental structure on the property, which is pretty rare in West Maui right now.
You know, you could do some sort of a little, theoretically a little B&B, a small, very small hotel.
Yes.
But there's something that you can do there that I think could be exciting and fun, and have someone that manages it for you. Or if you're looking to buy a home and have a way that you're helped with all of the expenses of moving to Maui, this could be a perfect place, you know, for you to build what you want and have it pay for itself in the long run.
Yeah, you can build actually a couple of structures, live in one and rent the other one out vacation rental. Great B&B opportunity for the right person.
You know, another one that is kind of interesting, Napili Ridge. We have some listings there that start at $60,000, and at $60,000 it happens to be leasehold. And I know that if someone buys the fee at the same time, it's about $101,000. But again, Napili Ridge, great place for a first-time home buyer. The property itself is in really good shape now, and I think that really worth taking a look at for any of you owner-occupants that are thinking we really want to make our first stab into the market. It's worth taking a look at. So call us at Sakamoto Properties, 669-0070. Keep in mind that we do have a listing that's $60,000. Just because we've had some that have been $20 million doesn't mean that we don't work and spend time, you know, between us at the office trying to find homes so that someone can step into the first-time home buyer area.
Yeah, you know, speaking of that, I was talking to a really good friend of mine, Greg Halheisen. He works for Prospect Mortgage. I'm going to plug his phone number, 298-7549. He was talking to me about a deadline that's coming up in September. It's in regard to a specific kind of a loan. It's called a jumbo conforming loan. Now, if you're familiar with borrowing, there's conforming loans and then there's jumbo loans, and it basically has to do with how much you're borrowing. The jumbo baseline is anything over $625,500 borrowed. But a few years ago, the banking industry said Maui County has such high property values that we need to bump that up, and we're going to call it a program called the Jumbo Conforming Loan, which moved that conforming limit to $790,000. And so if you were to buy a house in the $1 million range, maybe a little under, put 20% down, you can borrow up to $790,000 and keep your loan in the conforming range, which basically means you get a better interest rate.
And less points.
And less points. It's a preferable loan from the bank, and so it's a lower risk to them. They charge you less interest and lower points. After September 30th, that program could go away. So between now and September 30th, you have to close. So if you're, thinking very seriously about getting a home, and in that $800 to $1 million range, where you're going to have to take a loan out for more than $625,500, do that before September 30th, and you can take advantage of getting into the conforming rates on your loan as opposed to getting into the jumbo rates. Because after September 30th, you'll be paying more for your money.
Yeah, we're hoping that that's not going to happen, but it's definitely looking like it will happen. And I kind of feel in Maui it's a little unfair because it's so hard to buy a property in a lower price range. There's certainly the first-time home buyer, and there's a variety of things, but we shouldn't be judged, and there's other places in the country the same, that shouldn't be judged by the fact that the majority of the country, for $300,000, you can buy your dream home and live in it forever. It's not like that here. The price of our land is too high, so we need to get loans that work for everybody. So hopefully it doesn't happen, but again, you're right, Casey, the odds are it's going to, so let's get these deals done before September.
Well, we have some great choices out there for you to look at. We've got motivated sellers. The prices have come down tremendously since our peak in 2006, and then you're going to get a great rate on top of that. So if you're thinking about it, think a little harder. Give us a call. Let's get you into a nice home.
We have a great new listing also on Kahili Place in Lahaina, listed at $629,000. Really cute, great house, walk to the beach, walk to Front Street, walk to everywhere. Call us on that because Casey or I could show it to you. And again, our office 669-0070. Casey's easiest to reach on his cell phone.
264-5362. Call me.
So that's perfect. But any of these properties that you want to see or anything that's listed for sale, we'll take the time to come and meet with you, have you come up to our office, meet with us, and try to help you figure out what it is you can afford, start you out with a lender, spend some time to see to it that if you can buy, you do, and you do it while the prices are still good.
I do want to mention one more thing Craig Hauheisen mentioned to me. That's Craig Hauheisen from Prospect Mortgages at 298-7549. He talked to me about the Home Path program for bank-owned or REO or foreclosed property that's owned by Freddie Mac. These properties are chosen by the Freddie Mac banking industry, and they're called Home Path. They're designated for owner-occupants can get into these homes at 3% down, and then a second home / investor can get in at 10% down. No appraisal, no PMI or private mortgage insurance on the property. Currently there's about 80 or 90 of those properties on Maui. Give us a call. Let's talk about that if you're in the Home Path market.
That's a great market for us to help you with. So call us. Aloha. Thanks for being with us today. And we're going to end again with Danny Couch, who is our very favorite, who loves Hawaii. Listen to it.
Thanks for having me on, Betty.
Aloha.